Blustering in from sea, with a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
You know what I like to do? Just follow me on this one.
Yo. Crazy, crazy, crazy day. Yeah, I'm rocking the 17 jersey. We'll wait to see if anybody pulls up in here. Probably not. Everybody else is live. Man, what an insane, insane, insane day, right? All right, well, I guess we talking to ourselves. The rumors are not rumors. Davante Adams is not happy. Does it have to do with Antonio Pierce and his likes on IG? My opinion is no. You know, business decisions had to be made, right? They said, our AP said, he doesn't bite his tongue. There will be business decisions made Monday after the Carolinas game because players had made business decisions. Everybody's been waiting for those business decisions, but have they been made behind the scenes with nobody knowing? Antonio Pierce last night trolling through IG, apparently likes a post that says, has Davante Adams played his last game in a Raiders uniform? Now, for one, in my opinion, this is dirty as hell, bro. This is absolutely crazy talk. Cowtown, what's good? What's good? Dixon Carter. So, this is just wild, bro. It's absolutely wild. Our head coach, you know, Mr. Gangster himself. Why are you on IG at night liking posts about your star player getting traded? And we'll get into the rumors later, in my opinion. But what do y'all think, bro? This is just absolutely nuts. Now, if you watch this channel and you come on here, you know I've said it's not if, it's when Davante gets traded. He's lied to the media, said he was happy. We all know he was not happy. He was not happy with the quarterback situation from day one. We all know how he's talked about Aiden O'Connell. Then you have the business decisions, right? They all have a meeting. Michael Mayer has not been seen since. Personal reasons. You know, we know Crosby's injury is real. Davante Adams, how real is the injury? Did they have just a falling out, you know, behind the scenes, and AP calling Davante out? Because he sat Jack Jones down for the first quarter of the Browns game, which I thought was just absolutely stupid for your head coach, because For one, everybody knows your relationship with Jack Jones. You've known the kid since he was 13, since he was yay high to a grasshopper, right? So you've known this dude for a while. And that's the dude you decide to pick on. Because there was many players that gave up in that game. It was not just Jack Jones. But you go for the guy that you think is going to have less backlash because you know his family, his mom, his father. To me, that was chicken shit. That's just my opinion. Say what you want to. And I said DAVANTE was one of those guys that was not blocking late in that game. Even in the third quarter, you know, they were running sweeps to that side. He's not blocking in a reverse. He had a guy just toss him aside and make a tackle, which is crazy for Davante Adams. You know, he's one of the best blocking receivers there is besides Jacoby Myers, in my opinion. So this is just nuts, bro. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do you think he's going to get traded? Do you think he's going to stay? Do you think they're going to work shit out? Do you think it's because of the quarterback? Is it because, you know, AP's comment? Do you think AP comment was dirty? You think it's wrong for your star player, the highest paid player pretty much on your team, besides Max, to find out that he's on the trading block through an IG post in the internet? Like, bro, that's some shady, shady shit. Unfazed in the building. What's good? What's good? Get these glasses on to read this shit. Bro. Wild. So how about that 18-18 by Goff? Man, bro. We all know Goff's the man, bro. We got another quarterback that could be like that, but they ain't trying to use him. What's up, dude? What's good? What's good? What's good? Unfazed in the building. DAVANTE is a ball hog and a DV. Get him off the get rid of him. Man, we've been over this, right? We talked about it on this channel many, many times. The Netflix didn't do him good, you know. If you're a star if you're a star superstar, you can't be constantly in your pressers talking about these mother flippers ain't up to our standards. Like, sorry, YouTube. I want to be great. Like, bro, those are not things you can say. You can't say things like, I went to Josh McDaniels and said, maybe you need to dumb down your system, because there's not guys on this team smart enough to run in your system. They're not, you know, chemists and algebra geniuses. So, like, just dumb. Trade him while he's still some value. I mean, look, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love Davante Adams. But the management, we did Davante dirty. We failed Davante. We failed Derek Carr. What does this say for the up-and-coming stars on this franchise? The Raiders are just going to do you dirty. What does this say for a guy like Malcolm Kuntz, who just got injured and is going to miss his whole entire career? How are they going to do him? I know it's a business, and I know it's the shield before anything, bro. Like I said, it says Raiders. It don't say any players. I don't have any tattoos of any players on me. It's the Raiders first. But y'all can't keep doing players dirty and expecting high, you know, elite players to want to come to this franchise, bro. You can't do people like that. And Tom Telesco is looking horrible. Antonio Pierce makes himself look horrible, says he doesn't bite his tongue. And then he straight out says Davante's not going anywhere. Tom Telesco said DA's a Raider. He's not going anywhere. Stop lying to us, bro. Stop lying to us. Kind of like they did Aiden O'Connell. He did Aiden O'Connell dirty. If you're a diehard Raiders fan, you know damn well Antonio Pierce would not have his job if it wasn't for Aiden O'Connell. They couldn't have done it with Jimmy G. They couldn't have done it with Brian Hoyer. And they wouldn't have won enough games with either one of those quarterbacks for Antonio Pierce to get this job. Everybody knows that shit. AP should know that. So for, you know, the way they're doing Aiden O'Connell dirty, they're just let Garner come in because of the money thing. Bro, Mark Davis, you have more money than most people on the planet. 25 million is like 25 cents to me. That shit ain't hurting you. Put the dude on the bench, play the right quarterback. But now we're losing receivers. Who else is going to follow? You know, Michael Mayer, they said he's got personal issues. They're not talking about that. Is he not happy? Was there a falling out in this locker room that nobody else is talking about? Because, you know, they said they were going to make business decisions. Lawrence, what's good, what's good? And we've been waiting for business decisions. But I didn't think business decisions would be going on IG and liking posts that saying your star player probably played his last down in a Raider jersey or in a Raider uniform. That's just insane to me. Get it, I get it. Kind of like they did kind of Jason Lockwood, salute, what's up, I didn't see you pop in. But bro, this franchise is constantly failing their players, their fan base. This is horrible. Go back and watch my videos. You know, as you can see, I got 6 people in here. You got other guys that go live and they got 3, 4, 5, 600, you know, people in there right away. And they're saying the same shit over and over again. I said in the off season, trade DAVANTE Adams. Trade DAVANTE Adams and trade Colton Miller. If you don't believe me, go back and watch my videos. Tape don't lie. I have proof. I said the only way we were getting a quarterback last year was to get rid of DAVANTE. He wasn't happy before the Netflix shit came out. Get rid of Colton Miller because, you know, he was starting to get up there. He's missing games. And look where he's at this year. Nobody listened to me. We didn't go get a quarterback. We decided to roll with Gardner Minshew and leave the better quarterback on the bench, all because of money. This franchise is just falling apart. You know, the culture change and all that's great, but the culture change isn't changing anything upstairs or in the head office, and that's the problem. Like, man, we totally failed DAVANTE Adams. He's already made it plenty clear that he was happy with Aiden O'Connell at the quarterback situation. He looked shocked as hell to find out that Gardner Minshew, along with the rest of the nation, was going to be the starting quarterback. And now you got your head coach liking tweets saying that you played your last game in a Raiders uniform, bro. That just does not look good for this franchise. It doesn't look good for the players in the locker room. You know, what about players like Max Crosby, who him and DAVANTE Adams are super tight. They end up wearing the same clothes to game day without even calling each other and telling each other what clothes they're wearing. Those dudes are like in sync, you know. He always talks about, you know, my white brother from another mother. You're starting to piss players off, and there's going to be a lot of people that are not happy, I guarantee you, in that locker room. And you can't have a divided locker room when you're trying to win games. So are we trying to win games? Or are we tanking? Which seems absolutely ridiculous. But, you know, we've heard the talk over and over again about the Raiders trying to get a draft pick, trying to get a quarterback. If we win games, obviously, we're not going to be in that discussion. But there's a lot of quarterbacks out there. And we also have one sitting on the bench that we're just wasting his career like we wasted DAVANTE Adams. You know, we have one of the best defenses in the NFL, or at least we did last year. It's starting to shape back up that way this year, but this year it's a little rough. But we still have a very solid defense. You know, we have lots of stars on this team, and we're letting one of the main ones go. Now, I understand that we won without DAVANTE Adams, but we had under 130 yards passing. I believe 116 yards, 14 for 24 without DAVANTE. You think we're going to win games every week like that? You think teams are going to beat themselves like the Ravens and the Browns did? And I don't care if you don't like the criticism, but we didn't win those games, bro. The Ravens helped us win that game. Their kicker kicked the ball 15 yards, gave us, you know, the ball in field position. We didn't even have to call a play. All we had to do was kick a field goal to win the game. You know, stupid penalties. Same thing against the Browns. Amari Cooper wide open for a touchdown. Our guy, not my guy, you know, Trayvon Morig, nowhere near the dude, just absolutely got cooked for a touchdown. Thank God it was a holding call and brought back. You know, it's things like these that have won us games. We haven't really won a game as a team yet, and we're 2-2. And then you take our best player and piss him off. What are you going to get for him? We're not going to get anything for him this year that we can use. There's probably going to be some draft picks. I know, right? Like, dude, it just makes no sense to me. This organization is absolutely crazy, bro. It's just crazy. Our own fans' transparency. For real, for real. Michael Mayer probably needs to get traded too. We have tight end one already. Yeah, but look at the system we run. Look at the big plays that we've had. They've all been from a tight end. Most of them were Michael Mayer, swinging blocks to get these guys open on reverses. He wasn't out there last week. Harrison Bryant did a good job, which I've been criticizing the shit out of because I don't think Harrison Bryant can block worth of crap. But he's getting better, obviously. But yeah, I mean, you could package Michael Mayer and DAVANTE, but these are valuable weapons. And who are we going to get in trade? Are we just going to get draft picks and call this year a wash? Because I'm not ready to chalk it up and call the season done. Like, there's a lot of things that could be fixed for this team. It's a huge stepping stone winning without Max Crosby and Davante Adams. But can we win without a player like Davante Adams every single week with the quarterback situation as horrible as it is? I don't think so. Like, we're not going to get 150 yards rushing a game. I guarantee you. I'll be shocked if we get 150 yards rushing again this season, because teams are like, no, that shit ain't going to work. They have tape. Once teams have film on you, bro, it's a whole nother story. They didn't have film on any of those run schemes we were running, and that's why they got whooped. Preaching to the choir. I already said that. We all know 12 is better than 15. But do we all know that? Because he's still on the bench. So obviously all of us don't know. The people that are in charge have no damn clue. I don't want to trade Michael Mayer. I don't want to trade Michael Mayer either, bro. That dude is a beast. He's a second-round pick. And when you have two dominant tight ends like we have, the sky is just the limit for both of these guys. And for the offense, the plays that we can run, the blocking schemes we can run, the run power blocking schemes we can run with this guy is just crazy. I know the dude's probably got to be upset that he's not getting the ball. And this is me. This is what I'm going to say. If Michael Mayer has personal problems, then I hope everything gets great. I apologize, but I believe, and usually when when I have that gut feeling, kind of like I did that we were going to get destroyed by the Carolina Panthers, it usually comes to tuition. So I've just been feeling in my heart that Michael Mayer and Davante Adams, in that meeting when they were talking about, people stepping up, pointing fingers, voicing their opinions, I think they both had something to say about the quarterback situation. And this is just my opinion, because how could you not? Michael Mayer is working his ass off out there, and he don't want to be just a nonstop blocking tight end. Give the guy the ball. He had one catch for like 11 or 12 yards last week, 2 catches the week before. He's not dropping balls. He catches everything you throw at him. He's constantly open. We just don't have a quarterback to throw him the ball. Did these guys step up and say something about the quarterback situation? And is that the reason Davante's going to be gone? Because if that's the reason we're losing Davante over Gardner Minshew, bro, we failed as a franchise and as a management and as a coaching staff. In my opinion, that's just absolutely horrible. If you will let Davante Adams walk because you won't put in Aiden O'Connell, who is a way better quarterback than Gardner Minshew, it's just facts. We have tape. I broke down tape. We've seen tape. I broke down tape of the preseason. He outplayed him over and over again, bro. I just don't understand. I don't understand what is going on with this franchise and what are they thinking. If we're trying to tank for a quarterback, why? We don't know what we have in the quarterback now. We might not even have to do that if you would just give the kid a chance. What do we have to lose, right? We're about to lose DA. Just imagine if our coaches were competent and ran the type of offense we are running now with Aiden O'Connell at the helm at the start of camp. Bro, that's what I keep saying. And I'm right there with you, Luda. I know you've been on the AOC train like I have. But man, management failed. They failed AOC. They failed in the offseason. I believe this team could definitely be 4-0 right now. And I'm not going to backtrack on that. I'm going to stand on business on 10 toes. We could be 4-0 easily. Easily. We've had guys open. We've had plays to be made. The defense didn't play as well, but that's because they were on the field again constantly. And when your defense is constantly on the field, they're going to get tired, bro. And we don't have enough depth to put in guys. Our AP doesn't have enough, balls to put in these young guys and play these young guys to give us depth. And they finally did last week, and it showed that these guys are coming to play. Adam Butler was absolute monster out there. And I think that dude should be starting over Jenkins. Like, get Jenkins off the field. Look at his stats. He hasn't done nothing. They say, just his body and his knowledge out there. Bro, to me, that's not worth nothing. When these guys aren't performing, and then you got a guy like Adam Butler that's running across the field, and Tyree Wilson too. Shout out to Tyree Wilson, and anybody that says shit about Tyree Wilson, that dude hustled his ass off last week over and over again, and I will break down film. Shit, I don't know. Tomorrow, if I can get it done in time. But Tyree Wilson had a bunch of great plays, and he really flashed out there to me, getting all that play time. People are still saying he was slow. I have a couple films where Tyree Wilson was the first one off of the line by like 4 steps. And they still say his get off is slow. So I don't know what's wrong with Raider Nation and these fans, dude. Hater Nation is crazy, bro. I'm telling you. Like, I don't know. These guys just want to be right. And it's just nuts to me. Like, it's just nuts to me. I don't care about being right. I just want to win. But put in the right guys. Give our team a chance, right? At least give us a chance. What else we got? Did I not show that? Sucks. Raiders never seem to play the right players, lose all the stars consistently. No, I know. They had the answers, wouldn't build on what they started. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Hey, shout out to you. Where is my little chingy mama? Bless this. I don't know why I can't hear it again. I'm gonna play it a couple times. All right, so yeah, shout out. Great comments, and it's all facts, right? Like I said, I've been a fan 49 years, bro. I've been there. I've done that. I've seen this franchise let players walk over and over again that were key pieces to the puzzle on this team, and it's just disgusting, bro. It's sickening. It's sickening. It's heartbreaking that we have guys that could be helping this franchise win, and you just want to go with a guy because you paid him too much money or because of his swag or his character, bro. That character is not shining on the field. You can't look at film for any one of these 16 quarters and say Gardner Minshew has done anything to win us games except for in 1 quarter, bro. 1 quarter. And I'm sure Davante Adams knows that. That's why he's like, bro, the shit with, we got our coach going to talk crazy about me. They playing the wrong quarterback. He's going to get people killed. That dude with his hospital balls, like, I've been like almost every pass because I'm like, damn, I thought that dude was going to get racked. But instead, they're incompetent and try to force a run first offense and blame efficiency. And they run on first down absolutely every single time. I told y'all I wasn't through tape yet, but bro, I'm about 3/4 of the way through tape. I think halfway through the second half. Man, first down, bro. First down, run the ball. Second down, run the ball. Third down, pass. To the sideline. We had 3 passes. I mean, we had 1 pass over 20 yards last week. 1. Uno. 1. Just 1 pass over 20 yards. It was a 54-yard pass to Trey Tucker. And I don't even think, was that this week? That might have been last week. No, I think we have one this week. But anyways, 1 pass over 20 yards and 4 quarters of football is not going to cut it. And that's just not a starting quarterback. So, I'm starting to think that this locker room is not as tight-knit and as a brotherhood as they say. I thought it was very, very cool. If anybody's seen the film of the players walking into the building, they had Marcus Epps shirts on. Everybody was rocking a number 1. Ja'Cory Bennett, um, Jack Jones, who got sat out in the first quarter, which I still think is absolutely crazy, dude. Somebody else. Oh, I think Palomalo too. All of them were rocking #1 jerseys. That's cool as hell. But I didn't see nobody rocking Max Crosby jerseys, which I thought was crazy. AP effed up by not starting AOC. I know. And it's not too late though. That's the thing. DAVANTE wants to win a championship. I know. DAVANTE wants to be great. DAVANTE wants a green jacket. DAVANTE wants to talk about DAVANTE number 17 in the third person constantly, and that shit just annoys the hell out of me. I get it. I get it. You're a superstar. We get it. You're one of the greatest. But some things don't have to be said, bro. You don't have to tell people that this team isn't playing up to your standards, that they don't have a quarterback to throw you the ball up to your standards. We know this. That's diva shit, and that's why people think you're a diva when you start whining and crying about stuff, bro. Yes, we failed you as a franchise. We know that. Josh McDaniels failed you by getting rid of, you know, Derek Carr and telling you he was going to be our quarterback and bringing him here. He basically suckered him into coming and then got fired. Look, DAVANTE's been done wrong, just like DC got done wrong, just like Josh Jacobs got done wrong, you know, just like Charles Woodson got done wrong, just like Marcus Allen got done wrong, just like all these players from this franchise. And it's not just this management, it's the franchise, dude. The franchise for 49 years I've been alive is the same shit every single year. The same shit. We're constantly in the news for wrong shit. We're constantly putting up records for bad shit. Like it's gotta stop. I gotta stop. Minshew got them tapes. Minshew got some tapes, bro. He's gotta have something. He got something on AP. He got something on the commissioner. He got something on everybody. What? What? DAVANTE wants consistent strokes, and no team except the Jets have the guy who knows how to get him the dude off. Pause. Pause. Yes, Diddy probably made that happen. Y'all getting wild in here. I don't know why there's not ever more people in here. This chat's fun as hell. More people should come in here. I'm telling you. Don't make sense. The quarterback situation has a true head scratcher. Never seen anything like this, but it feels politically money. AP lied. Nobody took the job from Aiden O'Connell. Absolutely facts. 100,000%. I mean, it's obvious, bro. It's obvious, dude. It's completely obvious that AP is in over his head, and I'm gonna say it right now. So look, my 2 cents. He's in over his head because he can't keep his mouth shut in the media. You can't go calling people out saying, you know, you got to keep stuff in house. You got to keep stuff in house. When you're out in public, I don't know, maybe your wives, but has your wife ever yelled at you in public or made you look like an idiot or started some shit? Because, bro, like, that's not what you do as a family, right? You take that shit home. You argue behind closed doors. Like, you know, for a long time, me and my ex-wife never argued in front of my kids. We always went in another room. Like, that's just what you do. You don't bring your, you know, bad business to light in front of everybody. So to go on Instagram, on social media, and like a tweet and then erase it is just absolute crazy. My 2 cents was good, my guy. What do you think about this wild and crazy day? Should we get rid of DA? I mean, I guess we don't have a choice. Like, he's gone. He wants out. I'd want out too. Like, this franchise is wild, bro. Wild. Where did I leave out? Where did I leave off at? Get back to the chat. Doesn't make sense. Read that, I think. Consistent strokes. What is this, golf? No, I think he means these kind of strokes, bro. Like, I think he means those kind of strokes. He always wants to be stroked off. You know, some people, look, some people just got to be in the limelight and got to be at the, you know, the front of the bus all the time. And some people just have to have that, you know. And I thought Davante was one of those guys. He wants to constantly bring light to how great he is when we already know how great he is. But then when you get on the field and you're dropping passes, and okay, not all of them are great. I know who's throwing you the ball. I get it. Davante and Mayer package deal might land us a first round pick, though. That could land us a first round pick. I would think Davante by himself should at least get us a first round pick, a lower first round pick, like 15 or lower. I mean, to me, he's worth the first. If you're a franchise trying to make the playoffs and you're just a receiver away or a star receiver away, bro, he's worth the first round pick. If you're a franchise like the Jets that can pair him up next to a young superstar over there, you're gonna pay that. You're gonna pay a first round pick. I think there's a lot of teams that would be willing to give a first round pick for Davante Adams. Most teams probably a second, just because of the hamstring, because of the situation, and because he really hasn't done shit with this year with a shitty quarterback. So let's talk about teams. Let me start this so I know where I left off. I'm getting better at this live shit. Damn. Anything? D Menace, what's good? What's good? What's good? Nick, salute, salute. Nothing but Raiders. Shout out, shout out. Virginia Hernandez, what's good? So let's break this down. Teams Davante Adams can go to. They have a quarterback struggle in a situation, and people are going to laugh at me right now. In Pittsburgh, right? You got a guy over there struggling to be a quarterback. You got a guy that's a starting quarterback. Justin Fields, we should have went after in the offseason. We didn't. The man's not playing too bad with a solid defense. He's winning them games. And then you have, the old man behind him, Russell Wilson. Could the Steelers be a package situation? The Steelers went and made a phone call to the 49ers and almost got Brandon Ayuk, right? They were this far away from bringing Brandon Ayuk over to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Steelers are never one of those teams, if you watch football, if you're old like me, been around football, the Steelers never one of those teams that go make a big splashy trade for anybody, whether it be a quarterback or receiver. So the fact that this year they went out and tried to get Brandon Ayuk tells me that they know that this team is just a couple pieces away from a playoff caliber team. And when you got a guy like Davante Adams, he can definitely step up your offense, unless you got a quarterback like Gardner, obviously, I don't know. But could he step up that offense? Could they be willing to trade? What could we possibly get from them? A lot of people have thrown out the Kansas City Chiefs. They've lost Brandon Rice. They lost their running back in Pacheco. Travis Kelce is having his worst year of his career. Looks like he's slowing down a little bit. If Davante is really all about winning a ring, which we know he is, and not winning football games and helping your franchise, the Kansas City Chiefs looks like the best place for him. I mean, just my opinion. If you're all about a ring, right? Kansas City. And I know people are going to be like, hell no, he'll never go to Kansas City. Why not? Why not? He's all about winning. And everybody in this chat has already said, Davante's all about winning. He's all about himself. So why wouldn't you go to Kansas City if they made a bid for you? I mean, it makes sense to me. Other teams, pair him up with your boy Derek Carr and the Saints. You'd have a monster receiving staff over there. He knows Derek Carr. Derek Carr knows Davante Adams. And Davante had his best year in a long time with Derek Carr, with a shitty offense and a shitty coach and a shitty team. Let's be transparent and call it a buck. Davante had one of his best years with Derek Carr. Derek Carr could get the best out of Davante. The Saints, they got some corners over there. Marshawn Lattimore getting up there in age. I mean, look, there's a lot of teams that we can work some trades with. But are we going to rebuild and we're trying to get draft picks? Or are we trying to get players to replace DA right now? We need help on defense. We need help at corner. I think Palomar came out there and turned this defense around, and he's going to be a big reason why our defense stays on track. That's just my opinion. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Is my audio good? Thumbs up. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you feel me? Where the flip did the star go? Alright, here we go. Alright, let's get back to this shit. My spelling might suck, LOL, but I've studied this as much as anyone could. Did I miss the question before? Doesn't make sense, the quarterback situation. Oh, yeah. I mean, bro, I've studied the shit out of it too, and I've watched so much tape that my eyes are watering, and it's not because I've been staring at the screen so long. It's because we are bad. We are bad at offense. We are absolutely horrible with the quarterback situation, and I don't know if they're just praying for one day to snap your fingers and Gardner be the Washington State quarterback that he's never going to be. I don't know, but man, you're right. You're right. You're right. Consistent strokes. What does this go? I'm going backwards or some shit. All right, here we go. I'm on track. Not surprised, no quarterback. At this rate, the team is going, 98 will be asking for a trade the next few years too. I mean, if I was 98, I'd have been asking for a trade a long time ago. But, however, he's a different breed, man. He was drafted to this franchise, and he's going to tough it out because he's a Raider. He was born a Raider, right? He was drafted here. So he's not like DAVANTE, who just got brought in, got suckered in, if you want to say that, because in my opinion, he got suckered in, bro. Absolutely. Be right back of the perspective. Shout out. Appreciate it. Unfazed. Yeah, shout out to Unfazed. Who else we got? Would you say that about LeBron James or a superstar wanting help? Yeah, what question? What would I say? I don't know. I'm kind of behind in the chats. Type it at the bottom. Let me get to you. But probably. Probably. If it has to do with LeBron James, yeah. Exhausting being Raider Nation. Bro, I know. I'm wearing this DA jersey, sweating balls over here because I forgot to turn the fan this way. And this light is killing me. It's very exhausting. Very exhausting. And heartbreaking too. Braun left Cleveland for the same reasons. I know, to go get a championship. Which hey, I'm not hating the dude for wanting a bag. I'm just saying, you're really going to go to our rivals like Marcus Allen did and rub it in our face? Like, if we have to watch these guys win another championship? Because let's not lie, if they get Davante Adams with this defense, come on. Just crazy, just crazy. Okay, everyone knows Davante is great, but what has he won? I'll wait. Exactly, he hasn't won anything. Man, he hasn't even been to the playoffs to try to win any playoffs. You know, he had a good quarterback, but this is the thing. This is the thing with the whole star quarterback, star receiver shit. You got to have one or the other. You can't have both. Because you can't pay these guys all this money and expect to have top performing stars at other positions of need. You just can't do it. You know, the Raiders are in a good spot right now. We're going to have to pay him way too much money next year, and it makes all the sense to let him go. But it doesn't make sense to let him go right now. It made sense to let him go in the offseason. It made sense to let him go when we needed a quarterback, and we knew we needed a quarterback if they weren't going to go with Aiden O'Connell. And trading Davante Adams and Colton Miller would have definitely got us enough draft picks to go get a quarterback, Michael Penix or whoever these guys wanted, Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, who's out for the season. You know, we could have had a chance to go get these guys if management was smart, but they kept saying DA's not going to go nowhere. He wants to be here. Why are they lying to themselves and why are they lying to us when we could have started out this year way better? No matter who was at quarterback. You know, I thought this team was going to be good no matter who the quarterback situation was, just because the stars we had on offense, the run game. I knew the O-line was going to start out rough, but go back and watch my videos. I said Luke Getsy's system is going to be fire and hard to stop once the run game gets going. I didn't know Gardner Minshew was going to be absolutely trash, and I'm sorry he is. I mean, just look at the numbers, bro. All your passes are behind, and people keep bringing up, oh, he leads in quarterback ratio and completion ratio. Yeah, you throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage. If you can't lead throwing the ball 2 yards in front of you, then bro, you shouldn't be a quarterback, but you shouldn't be a starting quarterback anyways. This team could be so much better right now, so much better. AP hasn't done nothing but lie consistently since he got the job. He was never qualified for. And that's another thing. Like, he skipped positions, right? He totally jumped steps. Nobody goes thrown into a fire like AP. And it's Raider Nation's fault, bro. It's 1,000% on Raider Nation. We were the fans screaming AP, AP, AP after the games. We were the ones saying hire AP, hire AP. Max Crosby was the one saying I might want to trade if they don't bring in AP. So it's the players and the fans are responsible for this nonsense. The dude can clearly see that he's in over his head when it comes to talking to players, when it comes to press conferences, when it comes to saying he's not biting his tongue, when he constantly bites his tongue over and over again. I don't know, bro. Like, to me, that respect is just getting smaller and smaller. And I've said it in a couple lives. What the fuck is in my ear? I've said it in a couple lives over and over again that you can't come out here and lie to Raider Nation and expect them to back you and show up for games and to be on your side, bro. We are the most craziest want to win fans right now. And look what happened to the Dick McDaniels, bro. We don't stand for that shit in Raider Nation. So he's not going about it the right way, bro. He's not going about it the right way. He was gifted a job. I don't know how long his contract is, but he was handed a job with a damn good team. Josh McDaniels and John Gruden left AP with a solid ass roster. Just look at this roster from head to toe. Like, I mean, we have star caliber players. Is he getting the best out of them? Not right now, because now we're benching guys that you brought in that you said just needed love. And you just got to love up on Jack Jones for him to be good. You just got to show him love. And then you bench him when other players were playing way worse than that for one single play. Like, I watched that tape over and over again on that game, and I seen maybe 2 plays where it didn't look like he was giving 100%. But I could name 3 or 4 where DAVANTE wasn't. I can name half the game where Epps wasn't, where Trayvon Morig wasn't, and these guys didn't get benched. So the coaching style, bro, is crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy. What? Mine did. That's why we ain't together no more. Oh, your ex? Had me fucked up for a minute. I gotta keep up with these chats because I'm way behind. All right, let's get it. I'll read all these and then get caught up. Oh well, used car salesman. Making promos and sound bites, but no progress. Shout out to Luda in the building. What's good, bro? Just sub to the channel. Keep up the great work. Hey, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you for pulling up. Much love for sure. Nothing but Raiders podcast. You got a podcast yourself? Hey, man. If you want to hop up, hit me up. We can go live together. You can pull up on the show, voice your opinion. I'm always down to have new people up. I'll go check out your shit too for sure. Nothing but Raiders podcast. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. Minshew will be benched soon. Will he? Will he? Are they going to bench him? I don't know if AP has the balls. And yes, I'm saying it straight out of Compton gangster. I don't think he does. Like, because he doesn't want to be wrong. He's already failed and been wrong at so many aspects with the offensive line. You know, what players are in, what players are out. Whitehair should have never been in. The dude should have been cut. He should not even be on the team. Andres Pete should not be on this team. These are guys that should have been let go a long time ago, and we should be bringing in younger guys, faster guys, stronger. Anybody is better than these guys we got. You know, we got Meredith over there on the sidelines that played pretty well in the offseason, pretty well in the preseason, and that man's a dog. Like, give him a shot. Put him in, you know, if Parham's hurt and can't go. But some of the coaching staff, you know, Epps, I'm sorry he's hurt. Get well soon. But should have been pulled a long time ago. And Trayvon Morig, too. And I know we didn't have anybody to put him in their place because you could see when they go spread and 5 wide, we don't have the guys to cover them. All their yardage from these other teams are going, you know, spread offense. 5 wide, 4 wide, trips to one side and, double to the other. We can't cover this, and they know we can't cover this because we don't have enough defensive back or safeties to cover it. We got a guy that's taking up a roster spot on injured, not even on injured reserve, and Decamarion Richardson, who hasn't played a single snap, bro, in 4 weeks. Hasn't even been able to practice. Why are these guys taking up roster spots? What is going on with this coaching? I just don't get it. I don't get it. D-Menace in the building. Adams traded to KC for a 6th rounder. Is that facts? Like, or are you just making shit up? Don't come in here and making shit up, bro. Dude, my heart just dropped. Like, come on, man. If that's a fact, bro, that is the craziest trade I've ever heard in my life. A 6th round? What is that gonna do? Bro, I'm gonna have to get up. Where's my phone at? Please tell me you're lying with that shit. Where's X? Alright, I'm gonna have to look in a minute. Bro, now you got my anticipation, my curiosity running wild as hell because the Raiders would be a team to do some shit like that. Madden wrote the team is like a child and kids don't like surprises. That's why they lost to the Panthers. They were surprised right off the jump. AP is nothing but surprises. No bueno. Right? I don't bite my tongue. Shit. You biting something, bro. You biting something. Like, man, I'm not gonna lie. I love AP. I love his character. I love what he stands for. But the way you're doing shit is just wrong, bro. You're wrong. Like, be 10 toes down. Be transparent with the nation. Don't fucking lie to us and hide shit and go behind our back and tell us crazy shit, bro. Nobody wants to hear crazy stuff. We want to be honest. Like, nobody's gonna be mad, or most people won't be mad if they just came out and said, look, it's not working with Davante Adams, we want to trade him. But liking a post on Instagram where somebody said it's his last game is just absolutely crazy talk to me. That's just dirty. I don't care. Like, that's dirty as hell, bro. I'd have been pissed. We would have had words. Like, head coach or not, I'm just saying. That's some fighting shit. When AP said everyone would play in the preseason, yes, that was an absolute lie. And Adams arrogantly refused to play was a big red flag. What did I say? Oh. It was inevitable for him to... What is my shit bleeding? For him to be traded for a team culture Pierce is attempting to create. And we talked about that back then too, bro. Like, we talked about that then. I don't know why my camera out. Fucking internet is tripping. Is my camera good with y'all? Hit thumbs up for me if you would. Smash that thumbs up. Let me know if the camera's good because I keep losing focus and I can't read when shit's moving. But yeah, dude, I mean, that's absolutely a fact. I said it then too. I said, he's not being 100%. He's not keeping it a buck. You said everybody would play. Davante Adams said he don't want to play. It was never brought up, but they would have to talk about it. Obviously, they talked about it, and he didn't play, right? He didn't end up playing. He ended up winning. And I think that kind of set the table right there between AP and Davante Adams. That kind of had a little feud going. And since then, he's been stuck on this business trip. Players not performing, not living up to the standard. But what is the standard right now? Somebody tell me in the chat, what is our standard? Because our standard was supposed to be our dominant run game. I mean, our dominant run defense. That was supposed to be a top 10 defense that is last in every single category in the NFL. And that was before Max Crosby missed this game, which he'll probably miss another game. Go watch out for my video I posted, everything you need to know about Max Crosby's ankle injury. I don't know why my 8 videos don't get viewed, bro. I need a promoter or some shit. But that doesn't negate the fact that the head coach continues to do dumb shit and look like he's out of his league. What is it? Where the fuck? Where'd that be? Social media or press conferences? And look, that's probably a reason, a huge, huge reason why ESPN, why Pro Football why, Fox Sports, why all these people had Antonio Pierce and his coaching staff ranked 30th or 31st or whatever it was ranked, the bottom of the barrel. That's why all this team was ranked at the bottom of the barrel, because they don't trust an AP. And AP doesn't know what he's doing. It's obvious. He's, talking constantly on his headset. Who is he talking to? I've asked this question before. Nobody can answer me. Who is he talking to upstairs? I don't know, but somebody's making the calls, and AP's just a puppet right now, in my opinion. And he's not making all the calls, but the ones he's getting brought in to make are making him look like an ass, bro. This is making him look dumb. I wouldn't be playing that if I was AP. I'd be like, bro, you're not gonna make me your puppet. Like, let me run the team or I'm out. Jimenez. We might get a first round pick for some O-line help. Bryce Hall for DA or Mayor. I don't know. We have to do something with Colton first. Like, what are we gonna do with Colton? I thought it was the ZA. The what? Missing something? I agree. Most other channels are clones, are boring, dick riders. I know. And everybody seems to go over there. I don't know what the flip I'm doing wrong, bro. Like, I need to start promoting. I don't know, because it's crazy when I see some shit pop up on my screen. Look, and there's 2,000 people in the chat, and it's been on there 5 minutes, and I'm on for 3 hours, and I got 8 people. Crazy. I guess people just don't like truth talk. I don't know. But that's fine. Keep going over there to those chat sports where one day he says Davante Adams is going nowhere, and the next day Davante's going to be traded. Aiden O'Connell's our starter. Gardner Minshew should be the starter. That dude flip-flops like girls change clothes. I swear to God, like, that shit drives me nuts. I had to unscribe a long time ago. Just him wanting a competent team. I mean, yeah, of course he wants a competent team, but the team's not that incompetent. I mean, we're 2-2. Yeah, they can't pick the right quarterback. Yeah, they're not making the right decisions, obviously, on the offensive line until recently. But what's the problem, bro? Like, what's the problem? You had a decent game. You had, what, 9, 10 catches, over 100 yards. But the fact that you got no touchdowns and you're getting 4 passes, 50 yards a game, if I was Davante Adams, I wouldn't want to be here either. And I think he's just been waiting for a reason to say he don't want to be here. And Antonio Pierce gave him that reason. So hasta la vista, part ways, be done with it, and let's move on. But man, let's get something out of it this time. Let's not do what we did with Derek Carr and drop the ball and just give him away. He wants a quarterback that is NFL worthy, but I agree, Davante has been a diva. But you can't blame him for being a diva. Like, when you're one of the best quarterback or the best wide receivers to ever play the game, you can't, at 30, 31 years old, bro, you can't be mad at him for not wanting to get absolutely destroyed by balls that he shouldn't get destroyed by. Pause if necessary. Like, some of these passes, and still, it's the same passes from Gardner. Gardner's passes have been way worse than Jimmy G. Gardner's stats have been way worse than Jimmy G. And here's another thing. For all you Nation Gardner fans, bro, if Jimmy Garoppolo ever would have played like Gardner Minshew is now and had 100 yards, 4 of 24, no touchdowns, no picks, y'all would have been calling for his head. Like, Jimmy G had decent games and y'all were calling for Aiden O'Connell. He was throwing interceptions, fumbling the ball, and everybody wanted him out of there. But when Gardner Minshew does it, just because that was the quarterback you want, it's okay. I'm so tired of Raider Nation settling and saying, like, oh, he had a good game, he's starting to come together. Bro, no, he did not. There's nothing coming together with this offense or Gardner Minshew. And all these guys saying, oh, he looked great, he had his best game ever. He was 14 for 24 with 116 yards, bro. Like, come on. No tutties. That's not an NFL quarterback stat, bro, for a starting quarterback. When will we learn wins are more important than stats? Wins are more important stats, but it's the way you win. You can't win the way we've won forever, Nick. You can't tell me that we won that Ravens game or the Browns game. Both of those games we were losing, and those teams beat themselves, just like we beat ourselves in the game against, the Chargers, but not against the Carolina Panthers. We did not beat ourselves in that game. We got totally mauled and whopped, smacked in the mouth in that game. Ray Love, what's good? Salute for pulling up. You know, so those games we're not winning. So you can't say, like somebody told me the other day, bro, you can't just be happy with the victory. You still got to talk about Gardner Minshew. Yes, because he's our starting quarterback, and this team wins as our starting quarterback goes. When you finally get a run game and rush for 154 yards, and your quarterback has the worst game of the season for him, that's not a good sign, bro. When are they going to realize that this dude is not it? Like, you bitch because you don't get a run game, and all his press conferences, all he said is, we have to get the run game going. You know, we have to establish a run so we can throw the ball down deep. We had 150 yards rushing. We had one play over 30 yards pass thrown. Bro, that just don't cut it. It just don't cut it. Smash the like button, like, subscribe, do all that good shit. Tickle my notey. Raiders. Hey, I got one of those. Hold on.
Have great coaches.
I don't know
Then
when
after
it's
you
over.
have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great.
All right. I got to fix that. Standard changes week to week. Yeah, I mean, are you talking about the team? Are you talking about the offense? What are you talking about, Nick? AP definitely destroying team morale. He seems immature at times, especially being the head coach. Look, go watch games. Go back in. I don't know if you guys can, but go back on NFL Network and just watch some games and look on the sidelines and look and see where their head coaches are doing when players mess up or player make mistakes or quarterbacks are not doing what they're supposed to do. These head coaches go over there and talk to their quarterbacks. This dude ain't talking to Garner. You haven't seen one sideline where our star receiver is over there talking with the quarterback, you know, going over film. Look at any other game. You see the offensive coordinator, you see the quarterback coach, you see the star receivers. All those guys are bundled around, sitting over there looking at film on their little iPads, going over shit. DAVANTE sitting by Aiden O'Connell or sitting by, you know, DJ Tucker. He's not even sitting by Garner or talking to Garner or going over the game. Like these little key things that people miss just to me are huge. Like they're huge. And how big is this for your coach to go in there, like I said, and do your star player dirty, bro? Like over the internet, what's this going to say for other you know, players? They're not going to fall for this shit, and other guys are going to be reluctant and scared to come to this franchise because they're going to be like, bro, look how they did DA, look how they did Derek Carr. I mean, Derek Carr got signed to $140-something million contract, and then they let him go for absolutely nothing. I don't know how much we had to pay him out of that contract, but I'm sure this owner is tired of paying people for absolutely nothing. But since you're paying people for absolutely nothing, can we pay Gardner Minshew to sit on the bench for absolutely nothing? Because he's not doing shit on the field. Trade value for Tate is down. League knows he wants out. Exactly. They should have traded him in the offseason and went and got a quarterback or went and got an offensive line. You know, JPJ was a great choice. Brock Bowers was an amazing draft pick that fell in our lap. Yes, I want Brock Bowers to be on this team. But it could have been way different. Like, we could have got rid of Colton Miller again. We could have got rid of Davante Adams. The Jets wanted him. They said they would do anything. There was calls made to Las Vegas, and they kept saying, no, he's not on the trade block. No, we're not trading Davante Adams. So what changed since then? That's what I want to know. What has changed since Tom Telesco has said we're not trading DA? What has changed since AP has said he's going to be a Raider? What has changed since Davante Adams came out and said, if I didn't want to be here, I'd be gone? Which is another thing, bro. That is the most cockiest statement I've ever heard by any player in the NFL. If I didn't want to be here, I'd be gone. Obviously, you don't have that pull, and you don't get to make those choices unless you do what AP says and you make business decisions and you don't play to your full potential then maybe you have the choice. But as a player, you don't get to say whether you want to play for a team or not. Yeah, you can hold out. Yeah, you can say I'm not playing for these guys until you trade me. But you can't come out and say if I don't want to be here, I wouldn't be here. That's not the case, bro. The Raiders want you here. That's why you're here. Now they don't want you here. Now you're going to be gone. So that's what I got to say about that. When are they going to realize? They never going to recognize, bro. Never going to knuckle rise. DA realized that AP is a salesman with no substance. He is absolutely a salesman, bro. He is a hustler from the streets. Call a spade a spade. The dude is from the streets. He knows how to hustle, bro. And he hustled his way into this job. But the fan base and the players that bought his bullshit also helped him get this job. You know, there was a reason why Mark Davis went and brought in guys that were never, ever, ever, ever going to get a head coaching job, let alone a coaching job in the NFL anywhere, to interview for the head coaching position. It was AP's job all along. So why in the hell? I don't know, bro. Like, this job was already his. He hustled his way into that. He hustled the players. He hustled the nation. And I believe we can still win this team. I believe we can still win with AP as a coach. But he's got to stop talking to the media. You got to know what you can say, what you can keep in-house. You can't be two-faced and say we keep everything in-house, but then you're doing shit like in post that your star player is not going to be here anymore. That shit just don't cut it, bro. It don't cut it. DA never said, I want to be a Raider. I put an end to the trade rumors. He did say that. He said, I'm a Raider. I want to be here. If I didn't want to be here, I wouldn't be here. That's what he said. So he said he wanted to be here many times. He's came on plenty of promotions and plenty of, TV shows and everything and said he wanted to be here. But then there was times last year where he was talking about the quarterbacks and, you got the whole Netflix thing where he said, I got to get the F out of here before I end my life. I've never been hit this many times. So what changed from then till now? Because I guarantee you the only thing that kept him here was the fact that he had a bond and some kind of relationship and chemistry that he was building with Aiden O'Connell. Now, let's be honest. If you're a wide receiver and you have a decent quarterback that can make plays, that can read defenses, that can lead guys, throw guys open, throw the ball downfield, wouldn't you want to groom that quarterback? And that's exactly what DAVANTE did. He took Aiden O'Connell under his wing last year. He showed him, look, this is how I want the ball here. This is how I run my routes. This is when I want the ball, count whatever many seconds, but this is when I'm going to break. This is when I'm not going to break. And he showed Aiden O'Connell all that shit. And that's why down the stretch, we got better and better and better and better and better. It was a chemistry thing. It was a timing thing. And I think Davante Adams was pissed when they said we're going with Gardner Minshew. I think he really wanted Aiden O'Connell to be the starter. You can see in all of his press conferences when they ask about, the starting quarterback or they ask about Gardner, he refers back to Aiden O'Connell, and there's a reason for that. He groomed Aiden O'Connell to throw him the ball like he wants. He was on the sideline pretty much coaching and training that dude. And then you get Gardner Minshew who wants to throw you hospital balls. And I think he just had enough. And I think AP liking that tweet, whether it was trolling or whatever it was, is just dirty, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back, right? I meant about the current trade rumors. DA was wearing a Fresno State gear. He's gone. Right? But when do you ever see DA wearing Raider shit, though? I don't really see him wearing too much Raider stuff. Kind of at all. Like, if I go back to think about it, unless he's in practice, got his jersey on. If he's wearing Fresno State, maybe he wants to go reunite with Derek Carr, bro. That would be absolutely ridiculous. The Netflix series exposed it all. That's why I'm not surprised he wants to be traded. I think he wanted to leave as soon as Derek Carr left. I've been saying that. It's not a matter of if, it was when he was going to be traded, right? we all know Davante Adams was not going to be here next year. He's getting paid way too much money. The Raiders are not going to pay him that much money, especially when we have receivers, you know, like DJ Turner that have that dog in them, that fight for first downs, that are out there every play running routes constantly. You know, Trey Tucker could be a number one if he continues the route he's on. Michael Mayer should, you know, is a dog out there. Jacoby Myers should be a number one receiver on a lot of teams. He would be number one. So we have a receiving core. We don't really need Davante Adams, but we need his leadership. We need him to take away double teams when we have a quarterback that can't throw the ball to the receivers. We do. So if they're going to go with Aiden O'Connell, then yes, it's a great move to get rid of Davante Adams and build for the future. And one thing, it's going to stop all the media talks. You know, the players got to be frustrated with the nonsense. The team's got to be frustrated with the nonsense. The owners got to be frustrated with the nonsense of constantly hearing Davante Adams talks. And there's a reason they were constantly hearing Davante Adams trade rumors in the media, because they knew he wasn't happy here. He wasn't happy here. The Raiders weren't giving him the best opportunity to win. They had plenty of opportunities in the draft to move up and make shit for him, you know, go the other way. They didn't do it. They brought in a dynamic guy who's going to be a number one tight end and probably a number one receiver on this team for a long, long time. And Davante Adams smells the writing on the wall. And I think, you know, AP just made it easy for him, in my opinion. He just made it easy as hell. All right, man. Hour. How long have I been out here? Fuck, an hour and a half? Damn. I could just talk all day. But shout out to everybody who showed love. Like, subscribe, comment. Man, share these videos with your friends. I know all y'all got Raider fans that are homies. Share it with your peeps. Get me out there. Help me blow up. Because I'm tired of hearing this nonsense from all these crazy-ass content creators talking all this crazy mess, just trying to get clicks. You will never see that shit here. No clickbait. Just straight up truth talk. With that, I'm out. Much love. Raiders. Just win, baby. What is the future of the Las Vegas Raiders? Oh, it's crazy. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Much love. I gotta go. Fucking hungry. Peace.